Alright. Testing. There we go. How are we all doing? Not working. Yeah. Sweet. Alright, hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Liam, also known as Zaris, but I'm going to be going through the project I was doing on the previous live stream, my Eliminate You're Gonna Love Me remix project file. I'm just going to be going through that because I basically finished the whole thing in a couple of days. So that'll be good to show. Let's get that up. So yeah, pretty much since in the last live stream I got up to making this intro as well as getting the general idea down for the couple verses, the first build and then the first general drop. And so yeah, pretty much all I had was a basic idea of where I wanted to go with it. And then yeah, just went off from that. I'll play the song in full just so you can see what it sounds like, what I've done with it. I've also mastered it as well. So this is it. Okay, so that was that. Yeah, I should be able to send you the link. Give me 2 secs. Let's see if I can just find it. Yeah, let's see if I can find it. Because I'm pretty sure I unlisted all those videos. Hey Brad, what's happening? Yeah, I do have it. There it is. No, not that. Fuck. Sorry about that. It's not video. Not that. God, it's such an old video. There we go. That's the Smash Mouth one. Because I kind of wanted to separate myself from all the Launchpad stuff. Hello. Still holding too much. Now I'm listening. Man, you're amazing. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Where's old videos? Yeah, they're still up on my channel. Although I think on the Launchpad Pro website, it should have those videos on their main page if that website's still up. I actually have not visited it in like years. Shout out Brad and Mick. Yeah. Nah, everyone's had plenty of time to do all the music stuff during the quarantine. Anyway, what was I doing? Well, yeah, there's those videos. Both all the other ones should be up on launchpadpro.com. If I go back to this project, where it is, here we go. Right. So yeah, like I said in the first live stream, I went through just this sort of beginning section, and basically just copy pasted the whole thing. There's not like a huge amount of difference in these two verses, other than there's like some offbeat sort of string things happening here. So just this one. That's really the only difference in that. I think some of the percussive elements play in this second part as well. As compared to this. Yeah, so there's no rim shots in this first part, but in the second time through I do play it. Well, it's very subtle, you can't really hear it. It's just to make it just that little bit, just to make it that little bit different, to make it so it's okay. Oh, is it? Damn. Oh well. I don't know what any of those guys are doing nowadays. This little piano solo-y section, found it this really cool way. So if you want the sort of melody notes to really stand out from like just your main chord, so I've got a couple of pianos playing. I've got this one. layered that up with just a top piano that's like heaps compressed and distorted, just so those top notes come through a bit better. And that's layered up with a nice guitar. Really quiet. Testing, testing. If I turn this thing up, is that a bit better? That should be a bit better. Can you hear me through that? Might need to adjust some of the settings in it. I'm turning up and like nearly the whole way. How's that? Is that better? Testing, testing. I'll try to just talk when I'm not playing the music, otherwise you probably can't hear me. No, I'm not playing that. I will eventually do a live stream where I go over old projects, like Nocturnal, but right now I'm just going through this one. What's this thing? These strings. Oh no, so yeah, there's some 80 synths I made. Yeah, so these synths is just a serum basically. So this is just the serum patch by itself. That might be a bit better. Turn down that. Oh, shit. Yeah, so all that is just a couple of heaps to tune saws. Just filter on it, some effects on it. It's really not doing a whole lot. I think this is modulating something. Yeah, just filter in the noise level with the effects. Although I'm pretty sure I made that patch on the last stream anyway. I've also made that up with voice. I don't know how to get that better. Maybe I just talk too low. I talk a bit louder. If I can add something else. Gain. Okay, how is that? That should be a bit better. Testing, testing, testing. Da 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 da. Okay, that should be a bit better. Testing, 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 testing. Yeah, okay. That should be good. Let me know if that's better. I just won't play the music when I speak, man, because it's just going to be too difficult to get over it. Yeah, I think I added in some more drum elements and shit. Changed around these drums. Made these kicks not as punchy as what they are in the drop. Yeah, so I wanted to change these kicks up because I wasn't too sure if I wanted to go for the much sharper one or the lot muddier one. I eventually just went with the cleaner one. Oh, okay. Nah, sweet. What else? Yeah, that's layered on top of some percussion as well in the verse. Yeah, will do. That's pretty much it. I've also made this little build with the vocals.
Believe me. Yeah, you gotta love me. Yeah, you gotta love me. Yeah, you gotta love me.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I will. So if we'll go into the drop, there's not a whole lot of effects in the drop. Just some like quick rises, just to because I tried to make it as clean as possible. Anything that I didn't need to add, I didn't add. This sort of thing, like these small rises. That's pretty much it. Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. So yeah, I pretty much did this in the last stream as well. That's alright. But this main synth here, add in some delays on it, like a return track with just delays. That's just got a 100% delay on it, and I've routed one of the things to go through that. But I also took the original stems themselves, I think it's this one. So these stems here had the original like rise up and drop down, so a section in the original track. And I sort of wanted to keep that, but I just wanted to keep the rising feeling without actually hearing it rise and fall. So that's why I put it just way in the back compared to all the other synths, so you can't really hear it. So I compared when you layer it over the other basses. You can just hear it, just enough to get that rising and falling feeling, but not enough so it powers through the other synths. And then obviously just laid both of these down a fifth just to make it sound a lot more glitchy. And then I used a frequency shifter. Where is that? Yeah. So these frequency shifters just change the whole kind of tone of the sound itself. Yeah, do it here. Yeah. I don't use FL Studio. Back when I was still trying to decide if I wanted to go Ableton or FL Studio, FL Studio wasn't available for Mac, and I could easily pirate Ableton, so I went with Ableton. Although I do own it now. I have bought Ableton, but I make everything out of Ableton. Yeah, sort of that throaty sort of bass kind of sound, similar to that. And for the second drop, it's almost like a complete copy of the first. I just took out the drums in the first section. So I've done that, but also just instead of using that first sort of drop synth, I just took the synths from the second drop. So these were the stems for it. That's not playing, but I did just sample that and pretty much do the exact same thing I did with the first drop. And this had a really nice sound. I had to move it a little bit further back, but I really like that sort of not entirely in tune, but it kind of is sort of sound with this bass. Yeah. Going to the other bass sounds. What else we got here? Alright, this thing. I made this sample a while ago and then I just keep using it in nearly all the songs. Works as a great first hit. I like drums just as a bit of a layer up. Just creates a bit more, bit of a louder sound on that first hit. What have we got down here? Yeah, so that was the patch I made in the first live stream as well. Okay, yeah, and I've just used a frequency shifter on this. So these are the same sounds, just drop down 500 hertz. What's this? That's just a random glitched out sound I made. Sits in the background. This is just a sample from the first patch I made, just for this little fill section here. Basically, just sampled that and took it over here. And then I took that other part and changed it for the second time through. And these don't have any processing on them. Thanks, Green Star. There's only one sub. Plays the same note the whole way through. Nothing really changes there. think I did pretty well in the mixing for this because I've managed to get the sub without distorting the hit like almost zero. Yeah, that's hitting negative 1.2 dB, which is really good, if I say so myself. This bass in the build is basically just the same one I made before, just duplicated the bass patch, just made it a bit longer. I think I added a modulation for the rate on the LFO, which makes the wobble sort of sound. And this one. If we have a look at that actual patch. That's weird. I thought I changed the other LFO, looks like it's just reverted. Oh well, it didn't really matter. So yeah, nothing too crazy on the processing for that. Just basically average compression. That's just taking the lows out from the highs. Oh no, it's just adding another layer. That's the verb. What else is there? Phone keep turning off. What else? What else? What's this thing? Oh yeah, so that was another idea that I was going to use, but I didn't end up using it. I think I sampled one part of it just to use as this sort of little bass fill here. Actually, no, not that one. This one. Yeah, so that there. Because I cut up a bunch of these, trying to figure out which one I wanted to use. Oh, turn that off. Yeah. Add in some other extra risers and stuff. I think this was a bass riser I had. That's just going through a really fast LFO. Just got an automation on the mount on that. That's just really simple patch as well. Just a couple triangle waves getting FM'd from one. Pretty much it. Like, there's not a whole lot different from the last one. Like, it's pretty much very similar. I tried to make some eliminate whale sounds. Basically just heaps of reverb, completely destroying it. I made this into its own patch. I think it sounded alright, but yeah. What else? Oh yeah, and then just heaps of risers in this build too. Yeah. And all this is getting run straight through the master. Actually, wait, no, before we get to that. This plugin by Data Life, I just bought it. It's basically just a sweep up plugin. So you can change, it's only got one knob, just this intensity thing. And basically all that does is it builds up the sound. So if I have it playing through this. Basically just builds up the height if you're going to do a transition or something, which makes it really work well in the build sections, which is why I have it right here. Yeah, just a little bit though. Yeah. So yeah, I think there might just be a couple of mixing or slight changes I might just make. Nothing too hectic, but once that's done, I'm gonna pretty well export this and put it out on the SoundCloud. I'll probably also make a YouTube video for it. Thanks, man. Have a good one. Thanks for joining in, even though it's 4:30 where you are. Shit. Hope to see you at the next one. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I wanted to go over like one more project that I had. It was just still in the works one, but I'll show you that now. But yeah, that'll export pretty soon and it'll go out on the SoundCloud. And this one I basically just started making while I was making this. It was just a small idea to turn into a full track, so I'll just quickly show that. Just a little demo. I'm still not entirely sure where I want to go with this one though, only because it's still just a lot of ideas. I'm still working on the drops and stuff, so don't shoot me down. There we go. Alright, I was going to go over the mastering of the other one, but it's just the same as this. I've got my one master chain on it, which just pumps it up from negative 12 dB. Just fattens and flattens it. Okay. So this is the intro. I'll just play the whole thing full.
Who are you talking to? What are you trying to prove to everyone else? Who is superior? How is your vision clearer than anyone else? Your head's in the sky, in flight, but you crash and burn. But you will crash and you're wasted by the sun. You felt the clouds, you cannot run. The truth is there, it's under your skin. Crash it! In the sky, in flight, but you will crash and burn. Crash it! Your head's in the sky, in flight, but you will crash and burn. But you will crash and burn. You'll never learn the nothingness you preach is truth. It goes unheard. Your wings in Your wings hit by the sun. You felt the close, you can't outrun. The truth you fear is under your skin. Crash it!
Okay, so that was that. That should be fine. Yeah, so I basically just started making this, just threw in a couple chords, really spaced out, tried to get the arrangement right on this one. So that would have been the main thing I wanted to try and get right. So yeah, made the break, made the build, set out the drops and where I wanted them to be, and then, yeah, I find that making out the full song structure and arrangement before actually getting into the real intense writing part of it makes it so much easier. Because at least you know where everything needs to stop and everything needs to begin again. So yeah, this one still needs a lot of work, but all the general ideas are there, like the drop for instance. So these drops were really interesting to make actually. I've laid up a few things like this contact choir. As well as these guitars. Those chords as well. And that's all going on top of the vocals. They're not the vocals, what are they? The guitars, oh yeah, on top of these basses, on top of these other guitars. Just want to get that real mid section of those guitars as top of this sub. They're sitting on top of these. Wait, what's being used? Yeah, so I made these basses out of the original basses from the track. So without all the processing on them, this is what they would have sounded like. Wait, no, I disabled the wrong thing. This is what the basses used to sound like. Let's group it twice. Oops. This is what they sound like now. Other than that, oh yeah, that's laid on top of these vocals as well. I basically just came up with the idea for, I just was sitting down at the computer one day and I thought, I've got all these, like, all these stems for all these songs. And I just heard Crash and Burn, just after he yells out Crash and Burn, that just works so well for a drum and bass style drop. So I tried to stretch out these vocals as much as I could without making them sound shit. Just kind of worked. I've now pitched them up like a fifth. I just thought it worked really well. That's all on top of some effects. I don't really do much, just some down sweeps and up sweeps. That's pretty much this. I did design some bases for this, like this. But I mean, it's just sort of adds on. It's not really its own thing. These break bases I'll have to change around. These are just placeholders. So this is just doing a slow modulation over the wavetable position, and I think the tune for it, although the tune isn't even getting tuned anyway. It's only one voice. Just a couple things on the filters and stuff getting modulated as well. But the whole thing's just basically built around this processing. So I've got my beef rack on, which just fattens it up. Without that, it sounds like this. Can't even hear it because it is running through something else, I think. Actually, no, it's not. Oh, that is quiet. Yeah, so I'm doing parallel processing on the sub and the highs on this, just so the highs get a lot more vocodary rather than the sub getting affected by that. That's just boosting the lows, a little bit boost of the highs. Not a whole lot of crazy processing on this, but again, this is just placeholder. I don't know if I'm going to keep this sound at this moment. I'd probably do something a bit more interesting than that. All those guitars are just laid up of different guitar plugins I have. I think it's just a serum patch. Yeah. Serum patch run through a amp plugin. It was the original guitar. Just turned into this, I think. So what was added on this guitar? This electric bass guitar. And this guitar sample I found. And that all laid up pretty nicely. Got those little things thrown in too. Yeah, nothing too crazy on that. That's pretty much it. Again, this is like a very early in development project. Like, I'd probably put in some percussion things here or some cymbals or something, but just wanted to show you guys something else other than dubstep for a change. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on here. Just another metal drums group. Nothing too crazy there. And this is just a build up that I concentrate on the transients on. More drum build up. I really need to work on these drums too. Like, they're kind of boring for drum and bass, I think. So I already know what I need to do. yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, this stream ended up being a hell of a lot shorter than I thought. But then again, all I was really doing was just showing through those other projects. So yeah, the Eliminate one will probably be done tomorrow or the next day. That'll probably be up on the SoundCloud. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for stopping by on the stream. I'll try to keep this up, sort of make it almost a weekly thing. There we go. Yes, try to make these streams weekly, but yeah, thanks for coming by.